Hello and thanks for watching. My name is Adam, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fix a small hole in a door. This is an interior door, and the holes are really easy to put in this kind because these doors are hollow. There's a wood frame around the outside edge, but that's basically it. So it's very easy to put a hole in. You can see this hole was created by a door stop, and this is happening all the time with these things. I wish they'd stop putting them on altogether. These would work fine on solid core doors because it can't push through. But the wood frame behind this is right about there. You can see right here, it didn't break. Right here's where it stopped, so that's where the hole is. So anyway, we're going to pop this off. And to get these pins out, if you don't know, you can just take a small screwdriver, a piece of metal, or a nail and just tap it up. This one's already coming up. So let's take this off and get this dumb thing out of the way. I can put the pin back in. Okay. Now I'll show you two ways of doing this. This way, first I got to get this stuff out of here. Just let it fall down inside. It won't, you don't have to get it out, just let it go down. There we go. And I don't have to get all these little bits off, just the ones that would be in the way. Okay, so that's nice and clean. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take popsicle sticks and put them up and behind here with wood glue. So I'm going to put a bit of wood glue, come on out, like that on that end, like that on that end. I'm going to wrap a rubber band around like this. See that? It's going to go up behind and then down, just like that. And I got it pressed against the wood with this rubber band. So the next thing you do, once you've done all your popsicle sticks, just put a screwdriver or something on, and that's it. That'll keep the tension of the popsicle stick against the wood until it dries. Okay, so you can do that. I'm just going to let this go down the door. It doesn't matter. That's one way. So you would let that glue dry for, I don't know, minimum an hour. 1 day is the best. So the alternative to using wood to fill this up is using this stuff. This is called Great Stuff. This can was $3.50 roughly, and it's just an expanding foam that fills in gaps and cracks. You shake it for about 30 seconds before you use it, and there we go. Just fill it in. And they say wear gloves, and they're not kidding. When this stuff gets on your skin, it's not messing around. So anyway, I'll let that do its job, and we'll be back once it's hard. I let this cure overnight. You can see it's popped out a couple inches, and it really expands a lot. And the most important part is that it's dry. It's not goopy on the inside. So you can use this to cut it off. This is what's called a Japanese flush cut saw. The teeth don't come out past the blade, so you can push it on something flat and not destroy your wood. Or you can just use a razor blade, and slice is really easy. So I'm going to put this flat against the door. There we go. Now I'm going to scrape off any that's got stuck onto the door here. There we go. And I'm going to cut in just a little bit. Remove some so that it steps down. I don't want it flat with the door. I want it a little lower. So you can either just push it in or cut it. There we go, not much. Okay. Now I'm going to use a painter's caulk. You can see this says all-purpose adhesive caulk, and you're looking for acrylic, latex, with silicone is fine. You don't want to use just silicone. So this is probably, if you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's, this is going to be the cheapest stuff they sell. You just want the simple, cheap stuff, nothing expensive. I think it's been a while since I bought it, maybe $1.50 a tube, or not more than $3. And then you're going to need a gun, and these are cheap as well, so you're not in it much. And once you cut these caps off, they tend to go bad real easy, and I haven't found a great way to seal off the ends, but this works most times for me. I just put a nut, or I mean a bolt or a screw in. So let's see if this is still good. A lot of times it'll just dry up in the tube. Oh yeah, look at that. So the bolt worked. Now I'm going to, let's zoom in. Next I'm going to fill this in. Get it in all these little holes that the bubbles make. And with the razor blade, I'm just going to make it go flat with the door. And depending on the size of the hole you have, right here is the foam. I need to remove this foam. I can see the texture of it. There we go. Let's fill that in now. You don't want to see the texture of the foam. Get it as flat as you can on the first coat, but don't worry about the first coat not being perfect. Just do the best you can, because you're going to need to do a couple coats anyway. Okay, that's alright. And then because this door has fake wood grain texture on it, if you take your razor blade and go parallel with these wood grain marks, it'll make the imprint in this caulk. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but we need to get the first coat dry before we worry about that anyway. So there we go. Because what the first coat is going to do, it's going to shrink. So we'll have to do a second one. It's been a few hours, so I'll put on a little bit more. That's probably more than enough. This time I'm just going to use a credit card. It's a bit wider, gives me a little bit more room. And that's going on nice. So if I kind of do it like this, I can put in fake wood grain marks just by pushing, going up and down. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but once I paint that, you won't even be able to tell.